Hi, Sagittarius. This is Just with your January 13th, 2020 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, for those of you Sagittariuses who would like to look at your year ahead, in the description box below, you can click the link to your 2020 yearly tarot reading for this year. That's what these little small clips were about. Some people got so confused. I don't know how, but I guess maybe you guys are auditory people and you can understand when you hear something because everyone was like, I don't hear anything. Jazz is not saying anything. Jazz is muted. Now you're charging us for videos, Jazz? I charge for yearly readings every year. It's my third year, and yes, it is on the Vimeo platform, and I do charge I think a very nominal fee for an hour to over an hour and a half of a reading that we really get very deep and thorough, and a lot of people find it to be quite helpful. So again, if you're interested in that, click the link below. I'm also going to extend the love reading, you guys. So if you're interested in the love portion of this reading and you want to go deeper and you want to see exactly what's going to happen in a couple of months from now, look in the description box because I explain all of the topics that we focus on between you and this person. We get pretty deep. So if you want that and you're interested in that, click the link below after this reading. So yeah, guys, I'm here a lot. I mean, it was like all kind of things like, oh, Justice is leaving YouTube and now she's putting her whole channel on a paid platform. And I didn't understand that because the videos all said click the link in the description. So I thought I was clear, but I understand everyone interprets things differently, right? Some people, they read it, but they don't see it as what they read. They would prefer to hear it or to see something. So I get it. So everyone's different. But yeah, here I am. That being said, let's look at your weekly. Now, Sagittarius, for some of you, you're looking really good. You're looking really strong in one way, right? Financially, you have a great amount of cards here that would suggest that things are progressing nicely in your life. However, you are going to be in your head, like you will feel, I'm not going to say like you're going crazy, but you will be in your head quite a bit. Now, a lot of it is the focus of this career situation, right? Some of you are almost having like anxiety of like, where is my life going to go with my career, with my business? What, excuse me, how am I going to make money in another 10, 20, 30 years? Like some of you are thinking about like the long game, right? And although money may be around you now and you're okay now, some of you may be feeling like, well, how's it going to pan out 10, 20, 30 years for me? Do I have a pension? Can I do A, B, and C? So that some of that about not knowing about where you're going career wise or with your business, even though there may be options and possibilities and offers, you're not sure about it. And that one sense of not being sure or doubting yourself or not really taking the time to, because you're not clear, but some people are like, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. But then you get and you start to look and search, research what possibilities could be out there. And even looking at the unknown, right? Things that you never would have thought. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you guys have Taurus in your sixth house of your everyday work, right? And it's Uranus is here. So there's some avenues of having to free yourself from a situation that doesn't serve you and liberate yourself and do something out of the box, something completely different, right? And so for some of you, you may know that that has to happen, right? But you don't really know exactly how is that all going to happen for you. And because you're at this stalemate in your life and not really sure, that culminates from not sure to like I feel stuck to now I'm worrying myself to death over the situation. Easy, calm down. Because as true to a fire sign, you don't stay there, right? You do get up, you do get motivated, and the gears will reshift into action mode. And it will be then that you then kind of take matters in your own hands and get focused, and you will start to see the results of your efforts, right? Gym. GYM. Yes, you too. Yeah, you don't, you too. Some of you need to get in the gym. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a personal coach, so I can't help you. But some of you definitely need to get in the gym. I feel like you need to change your diet I've always been saying drink more water, but you need to change your diet and you need to get in the gym. That is going to help you, bar none, like leaps and bounds, like it really will. And as I've said to you, I think in your last reading, I said, if you start to go to the gym now, by the time April comes, your body is going to be amazing. But it's not even just a body thing, it's like soul, spirit thing, and you'll be more clear about the situation. And for some of you, it may be a process with this career and knowing where you should settle. And again, with Uranus in your seventh house, get comfortable with not being comfortable. Sorry, get comfortable. Just ask Scorpios when, and for some Scorpios, yeah, some Scorpios probably it didn't affect them in the same way, but I know the last time when Uranus was in Aries, Scorpios were dealing with the same dilemma of like bouncing from one place to another place, another place, another place for the whole 7 years, or making a lot of, kind of changes, or and having to resolve in their own independence when it comes to money making situations. Some of you may be feeling the burn in that. Cancer season sees you looking a lot better in that regard and being more confident and focused and moving forward in something. It doesn't have to be all the way when we get to late June and going into July. It can literally just mean 7 weeks from now. Hell, for some of you, maybe all of a week, and it's like, okay, I got it. Now I'm off to the races, right? But you will come out of this thing. So try to maintain a level of peace mentally as much as possible. And I cannot stress enough, going to the gym and eating better will help with all of this clarity. Now, that being said, you're looking good. You are looking good. There is some form of successes that are coming your way, and you've balanced the scale. So congratulations, because something new with this sun card here, something new has started in your life. Some of you have started the new year with a bang. And I think a lot of people have. I could attest to that myself. My year has started off with a bang. And some of you may just feel like your life is like brand new. I think I was saying that to Leo. Yeah, that you may feel like you're waking up and your life just feels completely new. Like a baby's just been born. Like it's Christmas. It's that kind of like, but it's like you can't explain it, but it's kind of that feeling of that newness and excitement and joy. I could attest to that myself. I'm going through that myself right now. And kudos to any of you Sagittarius out there that are feeling that way, because I do feel like you do feel that way mentally. You feel at peace, you feel calm, you feel this internal happiness that bubbles around you a little bit is what it looks like to me. And in the past, gone on the days of the, I'm not gonna say completely gone, right? Because life still goes on. But in the past energy, there was that loss and lack and not being able to kind of get over the past in some kind of way. But I do feel like now there is a new lease. And for some of you, as I said, if any of you looked at your year leader, you already know what time it is. But there's a focus right when you're focusing, then there's other things that's coming to you out of the blue. And a lot of people this week, and I do feel like a lot of it all has to do with Uranus just coming and tapping people on the shoulder like, let's go. I'm going to give you a 10-second head start. Get to running. But here I come. It's that type of thing. It's like, yeah, someone's coming after you. And it's like just when you're trying to enjoy your happiness, enjoy your peace, there may be unexpected things coming your way that needs to be dealt with, right? And as soon as I put your cards down, the first thing I heard was nowhere to run to. So you or someone else has nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Okay. Please make sure you're doing things ethically sound, because you will get caught. You will get, like, someone is not going to stop until, they figure out what's going on and that sort of thing. So there is that situation there. For some of you, strategically, I do feel like if you're pacing yourself properly, you're going to be able to find this thing, as I spoke about in the beginning, of what you're trying to look for with career and all those things. You will find what you're looking for. Now, money is going to come into you. You will have some money coming in. People will be paying you what they owe you. It could be going vice versa too. You could pay out what is being owed as well, that sort of thing. But I do see money coming into you. And I feel like you have someone, for some of you, who is very compassionate and loving toward you, very kind, this person. Someone loves you. When I say that, guys, please look at it, open your minds as you guys are it's easy for you to do. That this could be family, this could be friends, this could be a coworker. Doesn't have to be intimate love, but there is some form of someone that loves you. And for you, Sag men, it could be someone that you have a very strong compassion for, right? There's a very strong compassion that you have for this person. And I feel like this person may be there to help, or vice versa. Like there's some help that's coming from this person, or doing their part is what it looks like, right? So there may be a communication between you and another person. And it's almost like once that's said and done, then someone's able to move on and let the situation go. Some of you are able to kind of like move on, if that makes any sense. And it has a lot to do with these eclipses. So for some of you, this may just be the beginning of a proverbial end, right? The beginning of the end is what it looks like. And with South Node about to come into your life, there is going to be a whole lot of wrapping up old open-ended issues and situations, right? And so for some of you, I do feel like if this isn't you communicating with another, which someone could be coming from a very loving and kind place, and you're coming from a very black and white place. Again, it could go vice versa. Whoever the female is, she's coming from a very black and white place. Whoever the male is, he's coming from a very compassionate and loving place. But this very same male could just be a liar. Smokescreen and mirrors. This is a dynamic between the male and the female here. Okay. The male energy is coming in and wanting to be nice and kind and sweet and loving and caring, right? And the woman is kind of like, cut the crap, you know, the A, B, and C, and 1, 2, 3, you know, just get, okay. And that just may turn someone off or chafe them and make them feel like, oh, well, you know, you always talk to me this way, that sort of thing. Well, the woman wants the truth. She just wants the truth. She's not here for none of the BS. She wants the truth. And and that's how she's going to approach it. No emotion. She's not thinking about any emotions. No emotion here. It's all about black and white. So if it's something with business, if someone's trying to like charm you, or you're going to be very black and white. Or if you're trying to charm someone, they're going to be black and white. So just know that this will be an opposition of energy that you're dealing with. If you approach people in a very nice and charming and friendly sort of way, expect them to be very curt. If you're that way, you will be attracting people that are the polar opposite of you. And that's just how that's going to be. But that kind of is what it needs to be. There is this dynamic of polar opposites that is happening here. I almost feel like I'm talking to Scorpio, because that would be perfect for like Scorpio, Taurus energy and that sort of thing. But there is that energy there. But I feel like people who are coming from a place of overt charm, they may be hiding things. And I feel that there's just a black and white situation. Someone just wants the truth, which they're not necessarily getting from someone, and they know that. And I don't feel like they're going to entertain the fluff of it all. Someone's just not going to entertain the fluff. They're not here to bullshit. They're not here to pretend anymore. It's like, this is what it is, and that's what it's going to be. And thank you very much. Have a good day. It's one of those things. And I do feel like some of you are on the road to leaving your past behind and in direct path to a new beginning, something that will be long-term, long-lasting. And again, it goes back to your career sector. It goes back to, because as I was telling other signs, this is the beginning. I feel this year is a major year of manifestation. Your yearly literally was titled, I believe I titled it the year of manifestation. At least I wanted to at first. I don't know if I changed it in the midst of it, but it was the year of manifestation. And for some of you, life is not so much about the emotional aspect right now, unless you are male. I feel like male Sagittarius is a little bit more emotional. And it's funny, because some of you Sagittarius men that are in relationships, the tables just may have turned on your ass. So if you were in control last year in your relationship, and the woman was just trying to be patient and kind and sensitive to your needs, well, you might be suffering from that now. She may be the one, like, F emotions. Like, it's about what's practical, right? So for some of you, again, just expect there to be that polarity of black and white, and I don't have time for the fluff, and don't think that you're going to try to persuade me with your nice words and all that stuff. I'm not buying it. That's just that. It's just that. And I do feel out of that comes some concrete, like something very concrete and stable, right? Whether it be respect, whether it be complete understanding, whether it be, a new way of making money for yourself, like no longer lying to yourself or calling it what it is and just moving forward. If you're looking for a job, there could definitely be an opportunity that comes your way, but it doesn't come without stress and worry at first, and a lot of anxiety that comes about. So if some of you are just starting the process, it will be a process. Make sure that you're not doing anything unethical, because again, that can speak to something coming full circle and then you getting caught and then you have to leave. Okay. But it may all just happen that way because this place, it's almost like if you didn't get caught, you wouldn't recover. You wouldn't act right the next time. And the next time is actually where you were supposed to be and what you're going to get because you learned the lesson of the first time. Does that make sense? And I think it's a huge lesson that's going to be learned either by you or another person in mistakes of the past. Does that make sense? So there's that too. Now let's get into love relationships. When it comes to couples, for some of you, and this is kind of like a crazy dynamic going on here, there's a new opportunity, a new fresh start. Some of you may have a very militant man at home. Like your husband, your mate is very militant, and it may be difficult. Like, okay, he was one way before we moved in, and now that we're at home, we have this home life together. Like I can't go anywhere. I can't hang out with my girlfriends. I have to give up, my life as it were now because we are living together, or he's back home, or, that sort of thing. So some of you, things have changed now that you're living together, or things will change now that you're living with someone. And I do feel like, for some of you, there's an aspect of change. And I feel if that's the case, it might get a little hairy. It might get a little sticky because someone is going to have to reiterate their own sense of identity. And so hopefully it doesn't get too tricky. Now, for some of you, there is ending in a relationship. A relationship just ended out of the blue, like kabam. Somebody got caught. They were cheating. They were being less than ethical. Apologies, I'm sorry, please forgive me, yada, 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 that sort of thing. Someone wants to reconcile, someone wants to fix a situation. They're not going to let up. They will be quite relentless. If there has been a breakup in this relationship, someone's going to try everything, try to give you money. They're going to try to send you love notes. They're going to try it all, right, to make you believe that they truly love you. Mind you, there's a liar in midst that you have in your midst. This person is coming to you very prematurely because they're incapable of maturing, reaching that level of maturity, to be honest. So there is someone who's quite challenged as far as being honest with you. But they're going to try every other way to smoke screen and mirror. Because I do feel like this is a bit of a smoke screen and a mirror to me. That being said, I feel that they're going to try a lot. You're not going to be open, especially if you are the female here. You're not going to be open to it at all. And that may very well, with this Eight of Cups, will have someone to leave, just by what was said. It's like, okay, well, I'm done. Okay, you don't want it, fine, no problem. I'll just move on along. And that you may release someone to where they need to be, to the person that they were supposed to be with. And I know I'm talking about a couple, but for those of you who were in a relationship with someone, you broke up, the person could be coming back into your life, trying to make you believe all of these things, but because there's no way in hell that you would give them a time of day, they then are forced to go to where their happiness should be, which is the person that they're with and that they're keeping hidden from you, because someone could be doing that to you. And I know it sounds more for the singles, but that's kind of what I'm getting with the couples, since there was an opportunity, it was something real, but it literally all hell broke loose and there was a breakup. That's for some of you. Others of you, I feel that there is, so that's for some of you that is in a relationship. Congratulations. Some of you may have just had your baby. Or just announced that you're pregnant, that sort of thing. And I do feel that if that's the case, there may be um, a challenge with kind of getting along with your mate. You may find for some of you that your mate, not the ones of you that's pregnant, it could be, but this is a whole nother scenario. For some of you, it could be someone is being a little harder, a little bit more difficult than normal. I would hate to say that someone is that there's like a third party here. It could very well be a third party in your relationship. Um, and someone could be trying to come into your life, but you're already in a relationship. And I feel like you're going to give this person their walking papers. Like, no, I don't want you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm already in a relationship. I'm really happy. And, you know, and you just resume life with your mate. Others of you, it's almost like a test. Like, someone could be in your life or trying to test you. To see if your relationship has that strength. But I don't feel like if you're a Sagittarius, you're not falling for it. You're just not. If you're a Sag man trying to go back to a woman from your past, that's not going to work. She's not having it. Like, someone's just not having it. They're just not having it. And for some of you that are going to cut someone out of your life, I feel like you're clearing the path for a long-term relationship that's coming to you, like a very strong commitment that's coming to you. Singles. And I know that sounds like a single reading, but you see what I'm saying, you would say, yeah, I understand where you came from with that. It's just some unexpected things that's about to happen for some of you couple Sagittariuses. And it is going to be the feminine here that literally lays the gauntlet down. Now, for some of you couples, it could be something that was said. Like, some of you Sag women, you've got to be careful about your mouth, because something that you're going to say to this man, it may sting the hell out of him. And you may think like, oh, whatever, he may take a beat and walk away or whatever, go to a different place, location in a home, just separate himself for a little while. But it may really, no. Okay, so it may just take you guys back a little bit. So be careful with that. Here's what I would say. If you're in a relationship, Sagittarius women, and you're in a committed relationship with your mate, and there is no other people infiltrating your relationship, and for whatever reason there has been a lie, or your mate has made you mad, or they've done something that you really feel like they may be overpowering you, or you just feel like they're trying to control you, and that will make any Sagittarius explode, because you just want your freedom, right? But they're doing it very strategic. Like, they're not being nasty, or they may have already been nasty, but now they're being really super nice, and you're pissed now, and it's like, no, this is not how any of it works. For some of you, it's like, listen, you get with your hand for, I don't care. But if you are planning to keep this relationship, be conscious in how you communicate, simply because this person will try to use that down the line, because now they have to lick their wounds and they feel some kind of way. And it could all kind of come full circle. Like, down the line, they may do some stupid stuff, and, it can get nasty. There may even be a breakup, or they may break up with you, or there may be a separation. It all is going to come. It looks like it may all come back together, but it can become even more damaged. And I know some people saying, well, how could that be if they did something wrong with me just because of what I say? Listen, I'm not God, okay? I'm just a human being here, so I can't get inside the psyche of another person. I can't make sense out of nonsense over here, but this is just what I see. This is what I'm saying. So there's that, right? So I would just be conscious of and you're right in how you're going to communicate, but I would say, if you can halt communication and probably not say anything, yeah. And for some of you, it's inevitable. It doesn't matter what you say. You're not going to say it as lovingly. So if a person want to take that and use it, then you know what you're dealing with. You know that you're dealing with a liar, because some of you are dealing with a liar, an emotional manipulator is just what you're dealing with. And for some of you, it's like you have to say that, and you could care less. I'm sorry. This is how it's going to kind of work out. Either way, it's going to be for the better good. It really is. It really is. And for those of you who are single, well, this is really simple. If you're single, hell, you want love, you focus on love a lot, but you're not opening yourself up to anyone for love. You're not. You're really in a good place independently as an independent person. You're working really hard and you're focusing on your money and you're making good money and you're going to continue to make more money because you're really self-focused at this time. And I don't feel like you're going to allow any clown to come along and say anything because you're not living off of this. Someone needs to validate me. Someone needs to make me feel better. I feel less than. I feel lacked. No, even though some of you may be a little bit verklempt with your career long term, like down the line, that you're going to get a handle on because you are really all about manifesting that physical, right? And so for some of you, when it comes to you single Sagittarius, I just don't even see, like, some Sag men, you don't have time. Yeah, there may be a couple of women that you can entertain, but you're like, no, because you know what? I want something different. Some of you may be thinking about traveling. Some of you are thinking about somebody at a distance, or wanting to, like, change your whole trajectory. Like, I like these kind of women. No, now I'm getting interested in these kind of women. So there's a difference, a change here. Now, you Sag singles, you will either want someone, Sag men, like you're finding an interest and you're going to choose one out of the other. You may have a couple of women that you're interested in, but there may be one that it's like, no, I really want to focus on her. She's going to sting you. She will sting you. But that is for you. That may be something that you had coming, like, okay, I've put a hurt out there a couple of times. Maybe it's my time to get hurt. I don't know. This just speaks to this woman's life's journey and what she's gone through. And so therefore, you may find that this person isn't ready for what you're willing to give. So some of you Sag women, you've been calling it in. Okay, now someone's coming in, but now it's like you cut it off, right? And so I'm not going to say what you could have had, you are not going to have, because what's for you will be. But I feel that for some of you, it's just not time. It may not be time. And for some of you, someone may walk away for a little bit, but then they circle back around because, like I said, in the extended, we're going to look further down into this reading because there is a lot of leaving and not being sure and moving away, but then it looks really good. Things still work out better than you expected after having to tell a truth or a truth being exposed or some words being exchanged. So in the extended, I feel some of you definitely are going to have a commitment, like a marriage. I mean, you singles, like, it's going to be a real commitment. And I think you couple Sagittarius is really going to, your relationship is going to change in ways you're not even expecting. So in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this love relationship. As I mentioned at the beginning of this reading, click the link below. You'll find out all the details there. If you'd like something personal, please click the link to my website and you can set something up for yourself. I would love to hear from you, Sagittarius. So if you'd like to, please do so in the comment section below. Happy New Year to all of my Sagittarius who sent me messages. And to all of you, Happy New Year. I hope your New Year is starting out amazing. I know mine is. I'm in that place, a happy place. And for those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, and subscribe because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Sagittarius.